What's up, y'all? And welcome to another episode of FanBros Show, the voice of the urban geek for all nerds. What you laughing for? I mean, you know, we still saying that for now because it's your boy DJ Ben, aka Lightwork Yagami, aka Method Mansplaining, aka Meek Millhouse. Keep that same energy on when you see me. Quantum Leech, Baby Max. Premium Peter Parker, Chris Ragnarok, Big Dick Grayson Energy, Black Goliath, YOLO Baggins, Lando Californication, the Ghost in the Shell Toe, the Kevin Bacon of Internets, amongst other themes. Arsenio Holodeck here in the spaceship tonight, and as always, I am joined by
Tatiana King Jones, the Grand Duchess of Tech, also known as E Honda Civic Princess Preach, Gem and a Holophant, Victoria's Secret Wars, V Def Jam Vendetta, T'Challa Bread, Toffee Baratheon, Emma Frosted Flakes, and the Arc Android 18.
Nice. And, you know, in the third seat, we have my blood brother.
Beth J. Let me stop before they come on my block and ask me what something be like, and I'm like, I don't know what it'd be like, bro. It's the new Jeff J, aka Miles Morasset's Earth, Wind, and Firestorm, LeVar Bourbon, Bagger Vance Astro. I am Inuyasha Fierce, Legion, That's the Destroyer, dead ass Tyson.
I'm sorry for the ugly laugh, y'all.
That was a good ugly laugh. That was genuine. That's how you know she ain't fronting.
Wait, say that one again, Jeff.
I am Inuyasha Fierce.
Wow.
Nice. Very nice. Also, Method Mansplaining here in the house tonight.
That was a great one, Ben. Very good.
Thank you very much. You know, like I said before, you know, this is, as most of y'all know it, FanBros Show. But
I don't feel so good.
Yeah, if you're following us on Instagram, you did see some warning signs of what is about to happen. You know, you saw the I don't feel so good post. A lot of people had a lot to say. Shout out to the mayor of FanBros Show, Otto Asando, or one of the mayors. You know,
run that alarm like, no.
Yeah, let me run that back real quick. You know,
my baby done disintegrated.
Yeah, speaking of disintegrated, if you were on any of our social media pages or even our SoundCloud page, everything was disintegrating. Everything. What does that mean, Ben?
Oh, I mean, what does that mean, Tatiana? That's what I want to know. You know, I'm wondering myself right now. Can you help me out? Can you let me in on this secret?
Gonna have to wait till the second movie comes out.
Oh, wow. Cold-blooded, folks. Cold world. I mean, we need to let them in. Obviously, by now, as you're listening, you've already seen it. But yes, folks, this is the very last episode of FanBros Show. And, you know, the last time we did that, I mean, it was a catastrophe.
Catastrophe?
I mean,
catastrophe.
Is that a cacophony and a catastrophe?
It was all of them rolled up into one because it was terrible, yo. We said it was the last FanBros Show, and people took us dead ass serious. Like,
people were pissed.
I feel like we lost like 500 listeners that day and never recovered them.
I mean, that's not funny, but at the time, it was just like, wow,
yes.
for real.
But no, folks, this is the last FanBros Show as you know it, because we got a new name.
So what happened is our slave name was dropped. Let me stop saying that for Brent. We decided to have our foot chopped rather than.
Oh wow! Bury us in the ocean, as they say. Yes,
with our graphic designers who would rather change their name than keep the old graphics up on our social media.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I guess, Grand Duchess, can you just let people know what's happened?
Well, shouts out to one very astute observer, Amari Soulfinger, who actually guessed it. We do have a new name. We are now going forward. Henceforth, the show will be known as For All Nerds. Woohoo!
Yeah, make some noise. You like that, right?
Yes. So a lot of people who are longtime listeners will know that that's actually not a departure or even a real change per se. If you pay very close attention to us or you pay close attention to our theme song or what was our theme song, it says the answer right in the theme song. And at least for the past year and a half, maybe 2 years now, Mr. Ben-Ami in every intro, he says for all nerds. So at least for the last year.
Fan, like
and
fan
also
for all nerds.
Right. A lot of people don't realize it, but the name FanBros, at least in the song, is actually an acronym. The fan part stood for all nerds. And as for many years, we've always asked that question about our name, about how people felt about it. Everyone who is on, everyone who got the wave already, they was like, oh, it's fine, but there was always a hanging butt in the air, always. And it's something that and this is something we've been talking about for years. It's something we even talked about with Combat Jack. This is something that we didn't take lightly. It's something that is part of our general identity, but also we realized it was something that was potentially holding back others from being ushered into the For All Nerds family, the circle of trust. So yes. After much deliberation, soul searching, consternation, all that, and then I think it actually took the joining of Jeff J for this to happen. But
oh man, don't say that. This man already over here giving him shout outs to himself, shout outs on social media.
But yeah, so long story short, we've evolved and not say we haven't been evolving, but we've evolved on a name, and we've decided that now is the time that we need to move forward, make some new waves, and we are now to be henceforth addressed as For All Nerds.
Yes. As you see, our social media has switched over, so you are still following us. You're just now following the For All Nerds and the For All Nerds show, as they say. I like that.
What that means in the long term, anyone who has anything with the FanBros logo, that is worth $1 million now. Put it up on eBay, okay? I'm telling you right now, because we're not issuing any more merch or anything that has that logo on it. So if you have it, you are now in the possession of a classic. You are in the possession of real vintage, and it will never happen again. So be proud of yourself that you jumped on board early on. Going forward, you guys are going to see new merch, new tees, new everything with the new logos.
And keep it how real it is. I don't even have a FanBros shirt. I'm going to have to bootleg it, to be honest, for TBT.
If I see a bootleg in the street.
When Throwback Thursday comes off, you're going to be like, how? Who? I'm going to tell you, if you know, you know.
I'm just like sitting here like, if I see a bootleg in the year 2020, if I see a FanBros old logo shirt, how?
Now people are gonna be keeping them joints. People are gonna keep them nice and clean.
We all have several. Well, besides Jeff, you and I, Ben, and also the people who've been around for a while. Like we've all had the shirts in multiple colors, old logos. We've had some special edition shirts that only the special FanBros fam get. And like I said, you guys are part of a legendary crew, and you will always be legendary. Going forward, everyone's going to be on board on the For All Nerds train.
I like that. And let me just keep it 100% funky right now, because I myself, I was quite attached to the FanBros Show name. It came from, the legendary Combat Jack. He created the show and created the name. But I was so sick. I mean, so sick and tired of being on Twitter and seeing people being like, oh, FanBros are whack as hell, and not having nothing to do with us. Just talking about bros, the idea of bros in the geek community, and this idea of people, who police the geek community and want to keep it very masculine, old school masculinity, and all that type of stuff. They want to ride that wave. And so I was just so sick of it, because it's like you couldn't even correct people, because I understood that, even though for years we've said it meant like Mario Bros, that type of vibe.
For years we were very clear. Well, at least on air, we said it was gender inclusive. It was gender agnostic, like
non-binary, however you want to go.
Everything, like you know what I'm saying? So the fact is that, to Ben's point, we had to fight so much and constantly try to make sense of it to new people, and to the point where there's some people who were just turned off immediately. Like we've seen, and this was not a great deal of people, but there's been a few times where people were saying, "Oh, listen to this podcast," and the response would be, "I'm not listening to anything with the word bro in the title." Never mind that person. Never mind that the person could have been me. Yeah, a black woman. They were just like, "Oh no, it says bro." So it's a linguistic hurdle to jump, and at the end of the day, that affects personal relationships. That can affect business relationships. It can affect the whole host of things. So rather than continue this Sisyphean, is that the term? Rather continue this Sisyphus, that rolling
pushing
ball
the rock up the wall. I mean the hill.
Yeah. Rather than fight ourselves, we said, look, let's just go with what we know. Go with something that's not a vast departure. And when you guys see the full logo, you'll be like, oh, it's just like home. So it's not going to be an incredible shock to the system. I think you guys will be happy with what you see.
Sisyphean of attack.
Sisyphean.
Thus that it can never be completed. Sisyphean.
Did I say that, or did I say a different way?
You get that. $1 million words your way. But I could say, as the 7 of 9 of the spaceship right now, it's not really, as you said before, nothing's changed. The quality still remains. The show is still the show.
We're still petty.
It's just the fan show. We dropped the bros. We left the bros back in the past, and we're moving forward to the future. And I don't think anybody should be intimidated by it. I don't think you should have any dismay or anything like that. Still us. We're still giving you the same raw, uncut, puro geek and nerd culture content that you've come to know. And it's dope. Everybody changed. Listen, I had a totally different name when I was on the internet back in the early aughts, and I changed to my name once those checks started looking different, and I wanted to go in a different path. It's just what you do. Let me dig into my Hotep bag for a second. There is a 48 law of power that says reinvent yourself. So I would say that you always have to reinvent yourself in order to evolve. Because if you don't evolve, you go the way of the Betamax, you go the way of the dinosaurs, you go the way of Yahoo search. So
damn,
that's crazy. RIP Yahoo search did hold it down for the 99s and the 8000s at one point, but that's what that's what we're doing. So I think it's exciting. It's really exciting because we've been talking about this for so damn long.
We've been talking about it forever, and I know. And shouts to Ty the Robot, who said y'all are so damn dramatic. We know this is just how it is. Okay, it's when you have something that's near and close to you. Not everybody agrees on the path forward. You gotta take things slow. So here we are, all on the same page, and we're good on any MLK Boulevard.
Yes, and before we get out of here, we were talking about new merch, new stuff for y'all, and there is only one way to get that right now, and that is all this content for all this time. Well, guess what, folks? We are officially launching our Patreon. That's right, Patreon. You gotta say it like that, make it like Tarjay. Patreon.
Yes.
Phone.
Yeah, not Patron. Even though we will drink some Patron with you, if you contribute.
You should call it the Patron, because everybody's mama gonna call it that anyway.
There we go.
We gotta give her money on the Patron. Mama is Patreon, but it's not Patron. It's Patreon.
Yes,
that don't even make sense.
Patreon.
How am telling you the correct pronunciation of words don't make sense? It made sense when it was created.
But Jeff, the Haitian jumped out when you said Patreon.
That's why I said, I was like, yo, I had like 15 accents all come out at once, so I had to abort.
Did you see our advertisement for the Patreon?
Right.
He went straight Drake on that one.
The Patreon,
Oh, man. When Drake meets Drake. Yes, but the patreon.com/FanBros. Now, sorry. Oh my God. I'm still stuck on it. Yeah. No. Patreon.com/ForAllNerds.
Yes.
There you go. You can head over there right now. Check out all the tiers. We got all kind of great stuff for you. You'll love it. thank you so much for all of your support throughout the years. Continue bringing this dope content, the voice of the urban geek. None of that has ever changed. So please check it out. Patreon.com/forallnerds.
Get that. There is not, sadly, we have many tiers, but the one tier we are missing is 5 racks. We do not have a 5 rack option as of yet. But depending on the output, we may have one coming soon.
Honestly, now that you said it, I think this needs to be there off GP.
Off GP.
I think we need to put one there just off GP.
Off GP.
Yo, if there's a 5 rack option,
we're putting one on.
We're in the New York area. And you know what? Let me not even.
But
let's take a break before we get to that.
Listen.
No, I will hop on Skype, Google Hangout, and we will have a 5 rack discussion. You will get your money's worth, and you will see the return on investment. I will not have on Gucci. I will not disappear. I will not go to New York Comic Con without any return on your investment.
Well, your return on investment will be real if you subscribe or become a patron to our For All Nerds Patreon, because the other reason why we're launching this is not just to support the content that we've been producing on our own out of pocket for years and years. We want to keep it generally free, but at the same time, we have so much more we want to do, but that costs money. Production is not easy. And as you know, generally speaking, our shows are high quality. This mic right here.
Generally, let's say 97%.
That's generally, Ben.
Okay.
90, most of the time. My point is, we are a high quality content podcast. We are a high quality podcast. As you see here, if you guys are watching on FanBros TV, which will be For All Nerds TV soon, you'll see this lovely mic here that was not cheap came out of my pocket. Now, the reason why I sound so lovely is because of this not cheap mic. Now, things like this, where you get dope mics, crisp quality of sound, dope cameras, crisp quality of visuals. You want to see live shows in dope places and beyond New York. We need money for that. So that's why we're looking for your support in this endeavor. We're also going to be launching other projects in order to attain some funding and get us to the places where you guys want us to be. We've seen all the tweets. We've seen all the IG posts and everything asking us, come to London, come to LA, come here, come there. We see it. We just can't get there quite yet, but we're working on it.
I got to come to London money.
We're working on it. And it's something, people have been asking for, and it's something that we are actively trying to make happen, but you guys can help us speed it along just a little bit more. And like I said, we're doing the most to bring this show up to par. And when I say up to par, I mean TV. That's the goal right now. So if you guys want to see us everywhere and anywhere, help us out on this Patreon. If you can't help us out financially, share it all around, because word of mouth is just as valuable.
Word up. Like she said, that is patreon.com/forallnerds. And with that, we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back with more of the show.
FanBros,